Right. Wednesday, November 8th. Go tell Bauji.
You look so beautiful. You look so wonderful. I'd like to let you know. I'll never let you go. Oh, Rani. Oh,
we're sharing it. We're sharing it. Let's share it up. Share it up. Share it up. Tell them we here. Call them. Tonight's video is not for the people who tired of seeing my face, huh? This is for the thousands who come in every night, brand new. If you're a first timer, let us know. We have a special hug for you.
you look so beautiful dressed in your sari.
Oh, Rani.
Sweet Rani. Exchanging phones with you, my dear. Jama Jora, right with where Rani. Oh, Rani. As wife and husband, we go tidy kanga. Know that I am your true king. All my love is in this ring. Rani.
Where Rani? Rani, keep me back from going for roti.
Hindustani.
Rani.
I love curry. I love curry. So Betty. Go tell Bauji. You look so beautiful. You look so wonderful. I'd like to let you know. I'll never let you go. Oh, Rani. Oh, Rani. Yeah. Give it.
You are on a plane, 5,000 feet in the air. You're traveling at about 600 miles an hour. And the flight attendant comes into the cabin and she says, the pilot is dead. So you get concerned because this is the person flying the plane. Yes, the pilot is dead. Where's the co-pilot? Dead too. So who's flying the plane? Nobody. What are we going to do about that? Well, we want to deal with it because it needs dealing with. But because the deaths just happened, we are going to pause and pray for their souls and show empathy and compassion to the families of the dead. But what about the rest of us? The plane is going to crash and we will all die. Yes, unfortunately, that is the collateral damage of stupidity. Because we cannot move forward intelligently as long as bullshitocracy is what we practice as a collective. Yeah? So we can't deal with issues as long as somebody could pass and drizzle foolishness. Philip Edward Alexander is interested in making sure that Trinidad and Tobago is run like a proper country, that the plane of state doesn't have to crash. So today, I asked, the Minister of Housing said Shamfa's housing allowance is paying for Shamfa's stabbing cabin in Victoria Keys, and I cool with that. But it's Shamfa, Webster Roy, and a fella named De Freitas. And Shamfa and Webster Roy, I know Shamfa is an MP and a minister. And Anne-Marie sent me the information about housing allowance and the benefits package. So I'm okay with that. I don't know Webster Roy, but I know De Freitas for a fact, as Senate Vice President, does not have a housing allowance. So when Randall Mitchell sent that high-sounding 3-page bullshit to the media, and the media copied and pasted it without even going to check, we found the Salary Review Commission report on Google. Nobody in the media has Google. So the Prime Minister, the Attorney General, the Minister of Finance, all three are brought into odium because right now the state is corruptly rewarding a member of its government with housing that he is not entitled to. And every time a bill is paid, that money, as small as it might be, is being stolen in the name of the Senate Vice President. We just brought the Senate into odium. We thieving money from the Treasury to house the Senate VP. Welcome to the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like, land. Do what you like. Do what you like. You see, and again, I'm going to tell you all this clear. To the knuckle draggers and the mouth breeders on both sides, red and ready, yellow and steady. If you're thinking, I is one of all, yeah? Don't waste that thought now. These are different type of politics we want to practice. If you're attempting to the followers of those two parties, if you're attempting to mistake me for the clowns that you're accustomed to calling politicians, you're going to disappoint yourself. You're going to be disappointed. Because this party is a bullshit-free zone. We do not engage in bovine excrement as policy. If you want bullshit, go to the PNM. They are specialists. Bullshit is what got the PNM to be considered a political party. Bullshit got them into office and kept them there. Keith Rowley has been a member of Parliament for 31, going on 32 years on nothing but bullshit. When the Parliament is convened, what really happens? A lot of high-sounding prayers and invocations. But what is really happening is the Speaker of the House is saying, we are calling the bullshit to order. Please present your bullshit. And then the leader of government business will stand up and say, our bullshit for the day is this. And the opposition will object and say, Mr. Speaker, we do not approve of that kind of bullshit. We have bullshit of our own. And we want our bullshit to prosper. I know by now a lot of you who are tired of hearing the word bullshit may be getting queasy. I understand. But there are bigger and more important things to get queasy about. And our Parliament cannot continue to be a bullshit zone. You see, tonight, the state is paying for Maxi Coffee, Member of Parliament for La Hoqueta Talparo, in a foreign hospital, private hospital, state funds that he's not entitled to. He is now brain dead. And we are paying for him on life support, stealing money from the Treasury and calling it, for the knuckle draggers and the mouth breeders, we're doing it out of love. and we're doing it out of piety because it's a human being. Listen, if I were to read the names of all the human beings that have died because of our health sector, we would be here till next month. So we're not doing that. I am saying to you, if anybody should have to put up with public health, it should be political public office holders, because it is those bullshit artists that take our money and pass that bullshit off as healthcare in this country. And if you don't want to hear that, switch me off. Walk away. Say, that man mad. That man is actually calling for this country to run like a first world nation. He's insane. He actually asking for politicians and public office holders to effectively do their jobs in the best interest of the people. What the hell is wrong with this man? Because Maxi Coffee should be lying down in Mount Hope tonight. You're going to see how fast they fix that place. You see, if Terrence, I don't know if you have a wife or a husband, I ain't no Terrence, but whoever is his significant other, if they had to go and lie down on a piece of sponge and say, Terry boy, there you are sheets for me, you'll see how quick. 400 tread count, 600 tread count, hospital bed with 19 positions, 14 controllers and flat screen TV. But you're not going to get that, because when these foul bullshit artists, when they fall sick, they take your money and go and take, like Franklin Kahn. Franklin Kahn got $375,000 aside and apart from his package, stolen from the treasury to fix his heart. And I think the first $300,000 was spent searching for the heart in the first place. Because these bitches are heartless. They're heartless. Black people and Indian people children line up inside of there like a meat wagon, line up to dead. Old people, we reach to the point where we kick a black man out. Kick him down on the ground. He pants down by his leg, all the ass outside, clawing at the grass in the dew in the night, and dead right there. He dead right there. He have family too. All the people on my wall, because here's what I call for. I call for two things today. I say, move Maxi Coffee to public health. If he's brain dead and he's plugged into whatever life support, move him to Trinidad public health, first of all. And secondly, the people of Talparo La Hoqueta, like the people in the plane who need a pilot, they need representation in the parliament. This is serious times in this country. You cannot afford to have your member of parliament brain dead on life support. I don't care who you are, who you think you are, what bullshit runs your mind that makes you think that having fake, false, fraudulent piety somehow makes you a better person. Which brings me to the issue that I want to talk about. The issue of these words, honorable, and your honor. I want to know how these public servants got to elevate themselves so high above the people who paying them to serve them. Imagine you hire a maid or a yard boy, and you go home and you have to read my honorable maid and your honor to the yard boy. And it's that serious. And we need to confront and resolve this, because we've lost sight of reality. In this country, we've elevated people to positions above and beyond their ability to perform, and then are bound to refer to them in the highest of ways. There is a level of insanity when you address Trinidad and Tobago, when you peel back the layers of bullshit, all you find is more bullshit. You find years and decades of bullshit. This is a nation of bullshit. That should be our national flower. A fresh, steaming pile of cow dung. That should be our national flower. You should have, when you go to get your passport, they should hand you your passport and some bullshit. Because this is the national flower. Take some bullshit with you as you go. Your driver's permit should be a picture of you standing in bullshit. That is what this country is. We are a bullshit nation. And the fact that some of you don't want to face this is why we still here. We still here. 55 years of jamming. Kamala and crew tell you, 50 years independence. Tie up and distract your ass while them went in the president's house in the dead of night before a public holiday and pass a fake law into law to free 2 financiers wanted in international jurisdiction for money laundering, theft, and corrupt enrichment. Now, Bedreddin, now you tell me if this is not a bullshit country. The president, the prime minister, the attorney general in cahoots. What saved them? One jackass, Herbert Volney. Herbert Volney, a green jackass, because people used to say, that and a green jackass you will never see. We've seen one. We have Herbert Volney. Herbert Volney came back and said, it was all my idea. It was all my doing. I did this. I met with Ish in Grafton, or wherever's the other name of the other hotel, Ish, Haven, Tobago. I met with him. We drank some champagne, and I agreed to hijack this parliament, despite the fact that all 41 of the bullshit artists at the time voted aye. So that means they never read it. They never read it. And according to the law, a magistrate just said she would jail, or he would jail, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, all of the clients of a lawyer who led the case astray. And how come the 41 of them who vote aye on Section 34 never see a day in remand yard yet? This is a bullshit country. And all of you who allow this bullshit to pass, who continue to sit on your hands, who call me on the phone like my partners in politics, Phil, you need to network all day today are getting it. Plan, you know, Phil. Plan where you all going. You gotta link up. No, sir. Because where you all getting this wrong is you all think that Philip Alexander in this far walk. If we can't fix the country, I gone. I gone. I am leaving. I tell people, if we can't fix it, leave. You want to see a happy and relaxed Trinidadian? Go on Facebook and find families who used to be here jamming. They're over there jamming, but they're happy. You know why? They exhaled a little bit more every day. A little bit more every day, they exhaled. Until one day they looked around at each other and said, you know, we're not stressed. You know, Daddy have a shit job. He used to be an engineer in Trinidad. He's a janitor here, but we own this home in this nice neighborhood. And Daddy's driving a nice car. Mommy's driving a nice car. And we don't have enough car trunk to hold the groceries when we grow in the grocery. And the hospital, when we go in the hospital, the only thing they ain't doing is fluffing we. They get nice. They get relaxed. Their posts on Facebook is how the children are doing and how the garden is growing. I see so many pictures of look at what I have growing in my yard. I have Ethiopian lilies. I know that's not in Trinidad. In Trinidad, we would have eat that, or somebody would have come and thief it, or worse, somebody would have climb over your wall and rape it. We there. This is a bullshit nation. And if you can't share this video right now and tell people, we are a bullshit nation, look the tonic. Because the first thing you have to do to solve a problem, when you go to the doctor, the first job he has is to find out what the hell wrong with you, you know. That's his first job. What is wrong with you? That is our work. That's what we do here every night. What is wrong with this country? How could this country be so bad? We have to identify, and the only place to look is the parliament. Because that's where the decisions are made. Every time something goes wrong in the PEP, the leadership gets the riot act read to them. Because we at the top set the tone and the tenor and the timbre of the dance. How we behave, how we act, what we put in motion is what happens. So if we are not taking care to do our jobs properly, like this bullshit artist Vasan Bharat, I want to ream that boy out. I just fed up giving him unnecessary mileage. He's a political quack and a failure. The man is a joke. When I tell you, he disgusts me. He represents those people who come to office to feather their own nest and nothing else. Do nothing for nobody of value. Vassant and Faris, two sides. If ever you needed to know that the PNM and the UNC was the same thing, them twins. Them two twins of deceit. Faris Al-Rawi and Vassant Bharat. Interlocking silk drawers wearing, pocket square pushing, pointy toes. I mean, oh God, come on, man. That is your parliament. Go inside. Somebody asked today, Lima McLeod posted on her wall, name a member of parliament who doing the job properly. And somebody put God out their thoughts and named Kamala and Barry. And she said, okay, tell me how. And the rest of us just sat down to pay attention. Because clearly you think that Kamala is doing a good job. So tell us how. Tell us how. In what way? Because the knuckle draggers and the mouth breeders of the PNM want to come and give me stick. You're not right in your head for them to call for a by-election. Leave Maxi for the next 3 years. When the people in the constituency having a problem with crime, traffic, jobs, no home ownership, they're suffering, they can't get deed, they can't get lease, they can't get leeway, they can't get nothing. Go to the hospital, stand up by Maxi bed with a rosary in your hand and pray to him, Saint Maxi. Because that is the bullshit in this bullshitocracy that they feed you all and got you all believing that makes sense. Listen, you could love Maxi on life support while having a functional member of parliament too, you know. You're not betraying him. It's not a horn. You didn't do this. Maxi is brain dead. You didn't do that to him. But now that this is the situation, a mature and conscious nation deals with the issue in a mature and conscious manner. And that says that seat is vacant. The parliament has a vacuum in La Hoqueta, Talparo, underrepresented. Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, do all your work. You all are public servants paid with public funds to protect the interests of the public. Do all your work. Mr. Speaker, declare the seat vacant. Mr. Prime Minister, call on His Excellency to announce the date of a by-election in La Hoqueta, Talparo. We are not doing anything wrong for asking that the parliament functions properly. And you could still go to the hospital and play with Maxi toes and wish him all the best. You could do that. You could go and do that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to hate Maxi. I didn't say that nowhere. But people lose their minds. And they talk so much shit. My partner Brian Joseph, he ran off the road into a ditch and butt his head on the steering wheel, coming to tell me that I leading people into a conversation. All I say is it is time. The pilot is dead. The co-pilot is dead. You need somebody to fly the plane. This is not friending. This is not thing for people to vote for people who they like. I could hate, I tell people, I grew up with Rocky Garcia. Me and Rocky was friend from Friendland. But when I reached into the voting booth in 2007 and see that my only option besides Keith Rowley was Rocky Garcia, I had two choices. Vote for Rowley or don't vote at all, because at that time, I was one of the people who was fooled into thinking that Keith Rowley was a man of integrity. He did a marvelous job at subterfuge. I must give him points for that. You see, we use terms like the lesser evil or change exchange. What we're trying to say is bullshit red and bullshit yellow. Hold your nose and vote. Hold your nose and vote. But as friend as I was with Rocky Garcia, and he could vex all he want to vex, I could never vote for Rocky Garcia because Rocky Garcia is a real nice guy to kick ball with. Rocky, if you're going and drink beer, sit down on the back of a van and talk shit 3 weeks straight, Rocky's the man. But to put him in the parliament, come the man, let's see the mess Anil made. Imagine a next Anil. That's what he was going to do. That's what you was doing. And in the UNC and the COP, they don't care about representation of the people. No. They use those words to fool you. That's to fluff you, to undress you and advantage you. Because all they're looking for is your vote. When they sit down with no screen in committee meetings, who will fool the people of Togo Manzanilla the most? Let's go and get Dwight York and put him in Tobago. Bring Brian Lara, Marshall. I sit in these things, you know, and I hear the name. Bring Marshall. Imagine Marshall in the parliament. Imagine that. Member of Parliament for Laventille West. Who? What it will take for the people of this country to take their country seriously. What would it take? What would it take? People saying we need an election. You cannot have an election if you do the same thing. Einstein said you cannot solve the problem if you are operating at the same mindset that created the problem in the first place. I want to go back to the knuckle draggers and the mouth breathers that jamming me and saying that because I put that post, people jamming Maxi Coffee. Listen, eh? Dale Carnegie said, live the kind of life that when you're dead, even the undertaker sad to see you go. And the undertaker is the only man that make money from dead. Eh? And if even he sad, you know you live a good life. We are not supposed to tell people, don't bad talk the dead. If you was a son of a bitch in life, brother, I am going to tell you you are a son of a bitch in death. If I had wished you the worst in life, I wish you the worst in death. I am not a bullshit artist. Do not come to me for bullshit. Prem, I wish Prem suffering. Karamat, I wish he's suffering. Malcolm Jones, boy, I hope you suffering. Manning, boy, Manning, I hope Satan have you on a fork, turning you slow. Turning you slow. I hear today, I learning things as I go. I didn't even know that big politicians that get in big positions was part of a plot to assassinate Eric Williams in 71. I learned that today and I thought I know plenty. They have so much about this little country that's so wrong that we need to put right. We need to fix it. We are not going to fix it standing up to our waist in bullshit, calling it apple pies. This country is broken from the top down. And the only time it becomes a conspiracy is election morning. On election morning, you are told, these are your two choices of abuser. Pick one. And that passing for politics in Trinidad and Tobago. That passing for democracy in this country. Philip, go and talk policy. They like when you talk policy. They want to hear programs, ideas. Hey, the PEP has the best of all. In anything, ask a question. Every Saturday at noon, walking off the street and say, what's your policy on anything? We have a policy for everything. And I love that. I love that when people throw out a question, we can answer it. We don't have to call a meeting. A troll came on Suzette Lauer's wall today. And trolling after trolling after trolling until she asked a question that he couldn't answer. So he disappeared. Because that's what trolls do. Trolls have handlers, ministers, government ministers. Anand Ramlogan and Rudal Munilal have a troll brigade. They have two different troll brigades. Those trolls just fight each other. The UNC has no official UNC page speaking for the UNC. But the UNC has 19 pages called Lekoto Jambi, Trinidad, kick out the PNM, all kind of foolishness. Every single day, they're making up a new fake profile to hide behind and share UNC propaganda bullshit. But the UNC know that if they stand up and they say, is the UNC saying, we are voting for that. They couldn't even run for elections in 2010 as the UNC. They had to come as the People's Partnership. Because the words UNC, we can't take it. It's sticking in your craw. PNM worse. PNM worse. And every election, you walk into that booth thinking, Father in heaven, how this country so blight. How this country could be so blind. When you look at what exists in the parliament, Kamala say we want to take the country back to where we was, and I say, God forbid, no. A friend of mine posted the other day, obviously she broke up with her boyfriend, and she posted a meme that says, him, you will never find another man like me. Who? Well, first of all, thank God. Kamala seemed to think that there is a hole deep enough that we could reach into where we will think she is the solution. She that deluded. She that foolish. She that twist. And there are people twist like so wrong with her. Around her. Around her. But you see, hear the talk now. Hear the talk in this country now. Even Rowley make it into that office, boy. And that is a fact, yeah? That is a fact. This is a country where an international icon of corruption, not just local, we broaden. We went and teach FIFA. FIFA is a mafia, you know. They almost call themselves mafia, but they FIFA. We take over that. Trinidadians, come on, man. We take over the international mafia. It was that Trini was running that. He was your Minister of National Security. Have you ever read international publications, respectable international publications, when they refer to this country and Jack Warner as the acting Prime Minister and the head of our national security? When Canada had to face the Trinidad fired Gibbs and Iwatsky, and that the man who pulled the plug was Jack Warner, everybody said, ah, that makes sense. It makes sense. You can't have decent police officers work in a country that it is just corruption. You can't. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. And I know the things that I say, hard to stomach. I know, I hear it in my head every day. I fight my gut instinct to just pack and leave this country every day. Philip, you're 50 years old. You have only so many more years of sexiness. Take it somewhere and use it to your advantage. This I do every night. This nonsense. Come here to have this conversation every night. To say, this is the light. This is where we are wrong. Don't vote for me. Fire truck me. Listen, I keep saying, you know. I keep saying, this is not me looking for a work. The PEP is going to have an internal election just now. I may not put my name up for anything. Again, plenty to talk about that, but I'm telling you, this is not me looking for a job. I just here to tell you there is a way forward and there are intelligent people in this country. If you get beyond the corruption of the PNM and the UNC, we have a lot of good people. You know the PNM and the UNCs remind me of when you're stuck in traffic and the traffic bad and a couple jackasses fly down the shoulder. Now everybody could fly down the shoulder. If everybody was on the shoulder, there was no shoulder for them to fly down. But the vast majority of the people obeyed the law. The vast majority of people did the right thing. And that's what I still want to believe, that the vast majority of people in this banana are good, honest, decent, law-abiding people capable of doing the right thing. That but for a collective handful of jackasses, they're deep pocket financiers who are only deep pocketed now because they're shrewd and zealous and understood how easy it was to mount the assault on Trinidad. This is a successful hijacking 55 years now. When they lowered the Union Jack, they handed this country over to its abusers. And we went from hell to the virtual handbasket one time. One time. When they lowered the Union Jack and raised the red, white, and black, is then Bacchanal start. What David Rudder say? Is then jamming start, and today we jamming still. Still. We start jamming that day, August 31st, 1962. The real jamming start. And we jamming still. So Maxi Coffee has to be paid for in a foreign private hospital because $60 billion in 10 years is not enough money to fix health in Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine that. But $60 billion in 10 years is about 5 times the money the rest of the entire Caribbean spend on healthcare. We and everybody else, 1 million, 16 million people, we spend more on healthcare here and have less than what they have to show for it. Now you tell me. You tell me. Where we go from here? Where we go from here? Because we could only talk this talk so many times before we get tired of talking. And at that point, on that day, there will be nobody else to say, look the light. That is where Venezuela is now. That is where Somalia was. That is where Haiti is. That's where we going. That's where we going. At some point, we are going to stop saying we are going to crash. At some point, we would have to admit we've crashed. We've crashed. All the talk. All the talk. We used to laugh at Grenada. Guyana was the punchline to a joke. Guyana and Grenada are ahead of Trinidad and Tobago today in everything that matters. Everything that matters. First world nations. Japan had a sinkhole. And I watched this thing eat 4 lanes of road and suck it down about 200 feet. About the size of where our central bank building sits on, just fall down. And in 4 days, they had a road. This is Trinidad and Tobago, who owns the pitch lake that Japan used for the top coat of their road, and we can't fix our streets yet. There is not one road in this country that you can drive on with pride. So welcome to Trinidad and Tobago, home of the pitch lake that paves the roads of the world. There's not one street or road anywhere. I filmed Mokorapo Road. It embarrassed the Port of Spain City Corporation. They sent and they paved. Hear this, sir? Hear this. Hear this. I see it and I say, film this, boy, film, or forget it. They paved over the leaking pipe. The fire truck was saying, well, they're fixing the pipe, but we tired to get cussed for the hole. They pave it. So the water leaking through the road to become a hole again. Because this is a country where people paved a white line around a dead dog. So when the dead dog eventually went wherever dead dogs go, we have the outline of the dog. Because nobody could have moved the dog. This is that nation. We are that joke. This is us. This is not them, this is us. If you live in here, it's we. This is we. The Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like land. That is us. And this video is a wake-up call every single night. This is an alarm bell. This is, there is an iceberg dead ahead. We are going to crash. This is, the place is on fire. Head for the exits. It is spreading. We are infected. This could kill you. This is what this is every night. Every now and then, a troll would show up. They say, we like it so. Do not interrupt this rape. We like it. Listen, friend, you ever hear the joke? Who robbing this train, you or Josie Wales? That's this country. Do not interrupt this robbery, brother. We like it just so. This is the great misconception. I am so proud of myself that I don't use obscene language anymore. Bullshit and jackass aside. But this, we are going to reach a place where my words and your presence at this video at night not gonna matter. We are literally running out of time. We are running out of time. This Andy Ram has been blocked. He's no longer on the thread. Stop talking to him. He's gone. This country is running out of time. We are going to arrive at a place where even if you sell everything you own to leave, you can't leave. We're going to arrive at a time where if you get a way out, you can't convert your TT toilet paper into US or foreign currency. Because that's for the Starbucks boys, not you. We are going to come to a time when you go in the bank and you say, but I had money in my bank account. Look, it's written down here. Where it gone? How you take my money? And the security guards come and snatch you up like they snatch my black brother and dust you in the street. Come into there now. We are already at a place where you have no voice but mine. Nobody else. Don't be fooled. There is not a single political party in this country that has not already lined itself up behind somebody. OIP, NEC, or OIC and NEP, whatever. ILP, Stafford. I mean, every day, you know where Stafford misleading himself now. They think all the followers go on. But there's nothing. There's no COP. I understand that Nicole Dyer-Griffith is about to sue them, but there's nobody on the other side to take the lawsuit. It's like screaming at an empty room. It is over, and I don't know what they're still trying to prove. I don't know what they're still trying to prove. It's done. There is nothing. There is only the Progressive Empowerment Party, and I want to tell you this. You could decide to mount a rescue, or you could decide to pack and leave. But do not think that burying your head in the sand going to make that coming storm go away, you know. Do not think for a minute. This is the last rescue. This is that scene in the flood where the people passing on the raft saying, hey, jump on, boy, jump on. Can't wait. Your last chance. This is it. This here is it. Because don't think for a minute that what the UNC is trying to do is rescue you. The UNC is watching the PNM advantage you, and they want to push the PNM out of the way to take over the advantage too. Neither of those two political, cancerous, corrupt organizations give a fire truck, literally, about this nation. This is a country where a political party allowed its then Minister of Works and Transport to spend 6 times the value of a fire truck to pull it out of a ditch and lie to the nation. And nothing ever became of that. I know, I put it in the public space. Stuart Young was supposed to be my lawyer then, but he found his PNMness. We've been doing this. People in my family tell me, you've been doing this too long, Phil. You've been doing it too long. I start to feel that way too. I get the little messages. Don't lose hope. We're here. We love you. Hey, I love the love. Don't get me wrong. It's like all the people who send me all of those prayers and all those memes with all the flowers and God bless this day and all that. Hear me. I have 150 WhatsApps to go through. I can't stop and pause on those. I apologize. If you send me a message, it had to be something functional. I love the best wishes and I love all the love. We are either getting busy fixing this or we done. We are done. We have people in this party working so hard. So hard. So hard. Come on a Saturday. And you wouldn't believe that all of that is volunteer driven. You wouldn't believe all of that self-funded. Come on a Saturday. Come this Saturday at noon and blow your own mind. Grab your children and your parents and your grandparents, the infirm, the elderly. Put all of them in the car. Say, look, a rescue is coming. Let's go and link up with them. Do not wait. We are running out of time. There is no organization of state in this country that represents you. Not one. They pretend they do. They tell you that they do. I used to make this joke about Faris Al-Rawi. He's not a real lawyer, but he plays one on TV. This is not a country where there is anywhere for you. And you know what? I tell people all the time, now I stop beating around the bush. They come to me, boy, Phil, I couldn't believe it reached by me, the wolf, pressure, family, Saturday, noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Come there. The rescue is there. The collective is there. You can't just... A friend of mine made a joke with me a couple years ago. She made a joke with me. A couple years ago. And she said, you're tired running, fighting all these causes. You're tired of it. What do you think you're going to accomplish? And then her husband died of pancreatic cancer. And now, all of her businesses, purple. And they're selling cups, and they're selling bands, and they're raising awareness for pancreatic cancer because she's found a cause that she is willing to fight for because the wolf reached her door. And may he rest in eternal peace. And I say that to make a point. I have an ex-friend. He used to laugh. He used to send messages. Live healthy. Live better. Your life. Joke about it. Get a heart diagnosis. Then all of a sudden, the messages start coming the other way. Better living. Better eating. Exercise. All I am saying is, this country is not a normal country. Everybody on this thread knows somebody living abroad. Everybody. Just post on your wall now. Tell me, when you left Trinidad to wherever you go, are you happier there than you were here? If yes or no, tell me. Tell me why. Because you will not find a single person that could tell you life better in Trinidad. Nothing here works. You know what Trinidadians, after they get a green card, they're quiet till they get a green card. They're quiet until Canada accept them permanent. You're a resident. You swear, I love, blah, blah, blah. Right, you're good? Now they're more Trini than you, carnival time. They're coming out here to wine and a bumsy. 2 weeks, God, they're nice, but they know in the back of their mind, they're safe. Family safe. The job safe. The mortgage safe. Life safe. The United States of America entire economy collapsed and they saved themselves. One insurance company in this country collapsed and they wipe out the entire economy. We've never recovered. We gave them all that money and we'll never get it back. And we put nothing in place. On the CLICO lesson, we put nothing in place for Sagicor and Guardian Life for when they collapse. If they collapse, sorry. We've put nothing in place to protect us. There are no rules written, no new laws written. We did a $100 million commission of inquiry to find out how it went wrong so we could do. But we did nothing about it. Nothing. Not one ass. That is this country. That is Trinidad and Tobago. That is your land. But honorable this and you honor that and you suffer it. And you don't know yet. And I'm saying this to you with an abundance of respect. The rescue you and your family looking for is you. Do not wait for the job to lose and the landlord to kick you out. To hold your head and ball. Do not wait for the medical diagnosis to realize that there is nothing in this country for you and your family. To hold your head and ball. Do not wait to get the phone call that a loved one was shot or got in an accident, and by the time the ambulance came, if it did, they were dead. Do not wait to end up in a hospital. Like a good friend of mine who used to jam me. He PNM till he dead. PNM kill him. PNM in the hospital dying now. Nobody from the PNM coming to look for him. Sending message for me. I come in, brother. I promise you I'm going to make the time. A woman called me today from a school in San Fernando East. Right after Errol Fabian share one that says some children from Chaguanas or Londonville or something and go to school for the entire year. But they have to go and face SEA like the rest of the children. A woman called me and said the school every day, the breakers tripping, the lights tripping, and they're doing nothing to fix it. And she want me to intervene. How? How do I intervene? Y'all have to understand. And all of y'all, I can't talk, Phil. I can't be the one to talk because as a teacher, I'm not allowed to speak. Let me tell you all something. I am constantly threatened. I'm dealing with 2 lawsuits and my life is threatened every single day. Miss me with your bullshit. If you want help, 19 Stanmore Avenue at noon. This Saturday, stand up. Stand up in your own defense and that of your country. If you are not prepared to help, don't come to me. Because it's a collective. It is a collective. The truth of our matter. The truth, as Gloria Steinem said, will set you free. But first, it's going to piss you off. And all of you PNM and UNC supporters, do not wait to end up in a real jam before you find out that the PNM and the UNC is nothing but an illusion. It is a vote machine so bandits could thief money. The UNC and the PNM is a wisp of vapor. It has no substance. It has no value. There is nothing of anything for anybody. You couldn't become the PRO of that party, but Faris and Stuart Young could have parachuted themselves and become members for life. You can't afford it. The PNM didn't come. Lance Mita and La Puerta, they didn't go Abi Pujad and Begia. They never see Scorpion. But they sit down and rattan furniture under the salmon tree with Goodwood Park. Goodwood Park could vote anybody into office. Goodwood Park could finance. But without your vote, they like tribe without the half-naked woman. 5 trucks and a porta potty. Without the woman gyrating in the mass, carnival is nothing. Without the people in Bagatelle and La Puerta and Covine and Mason and Factory Road voting, Rowley chopping chicken down in a Chinese restaurant in St. James. Without their votes, Imbert looking for land to go and build fall down walls on. Without their vote, Faris chasing ambulance. Without their vote, Stuart looking for a next letter to write for a payday. Without the vote of the people of Diego Martin, that government is nothing. Without Mova, Bitam, Lavantel and Silots, those perennial sufferers. Without them, the PNM is like a flush after a diarrhea. It leaves an odor, but everything else gone. That is where you are. And that is the power that you have. And until you wake up to the reality of who you are, where you are, and what you're supposed to do, we are going to continue to deteriorate one layer after bullshit after another. And there is nobody, nowhere outside of this coming to rescue you. They will drizzle some olive oil on you. That for sure. They are not killing it yet. But they will drizzle some olive oil on you. The 99% take ya. Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. It's supposed to reach that point where the street have so much people, police have to come and direct traffic. All you have that power. Let the media say 10,000 people on Stanmore when you trying to sign up. The Orange Revolution is real. You have that power.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can protect our country's fate. One use it well
before it's too late.
If it is that who you're voting,
Fail beyond a doubt when you're voting.
vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the prove it,
HDC under Munilal and Jaylene. You see them garages? 19 and 20. Hundreds of millions of dollars in fancy car. Where your house? Go on line up. Take a number. Oh gosh. I could see the minister. I could see the minister. The child, she sleeping in the night and people peeping. Rain falling and wetting we. I had nowhere to live. I could see the minister. If you only knew the power that you had, the minister would be looking for you for your vote. I don't know how else to say it. 682-2110. If you would like to add your voice to the conversation, give me a call. 682-2110. When you call, if you call, listen to me on the phone, not on the device you're watching the show on, because there's a delay and you'll get confused. When you call, the first thing you need to say, if you call, is where you're calling from. 682-2110. And it's only tears as soon as they win to enslave your soul, promising your roads and giving potholes. Me rim break, me tire bust, the whole front end of the car mash up. I could see the minister. The bank take my money. They wouldn't talk to me. The security guard picked me up and throw me out. I could see the minister. Vote them out. Vote them out. Vote them out. Let's put our country together again. You're going live right now. We have the chairman of the party, Felicia Holder, here with us, and she is live. Good evening, Felicia. Yeah, we finally track it down. What's up?
So what's up?
Well, we want all those updates that you wanted to give with regards to PEP and Parang and the membership and what's happening Saturday with the job seekers program and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so firstly, PEP and Parang, I mean, guys, we've been advertising this, but I know people are interested. They want to know what's in it for them. We actually internally decided to give a little incentive to persons who are selling and want to sell. So you sell 10 tickets, you get one for yourself. If you are a new member, you can come in to us, you can get tickets, you can purchase at Stanmore Avenue, you can purchase through committee members. I mean, Pep and Parang is going to be our second fundraiser, and it's going to be a really fun time. We invite you to come out, have fun. The barbecue was a nice line, this is going to be even nicer. This Saturday, concerning the jobs program, we had a couple registrations last week Saturday. We invite anybody who wants to come in, pre-register with us. We want to have your names on a database so that when we get into government, we have all these people registered, because our role is to make sure that everyone has a job, everyone can get work out here, no matter what your skill is. Membership, we are always on a membership drive. It never stops. Sign up with us, register with us. Our website is going to be up soon. I was speaking to one of the website managers today, and he was telling me that we're going to have that form integrated soon. So very soon you can sign up on the website. I'm going to be testing that this week myself. Come in, sign up on a Saturday, message Diana Kelly, myself, anybody from the team to find out how you can become a part of the PEP family.
Excellent. So Saturday at noon, there is job seekers happening and people could sign up on Saturday, yes?
Yes.
And we have an open forum so people come and meet the team and everything. Anything else you would like to add?
Nothing for now, but I look forward to greeting all of the new members, all of the interested persons on Saturday. I actually have a couple of friends who have been interested in the party and they're finally going to take that step to come to a meeting. I'm
the
very
orange
excited
plunge.
about that. Yes,
Excellent.
they're going to join the family.
Fantastic. Excellent. Great job. Thanks a lot, Felicia.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye. As the chairman of the party, Felicia Holder, if you want to, you could make a call. We have a couple minutes again. When I tell you, I love this song, boy. This man really talented, you know. This guy, this guy is so talented. And to the trolls, I have no problem blocking you. I have no problem kicking you out. If you feel to come and tell me you don't agree with what I think, then listen. Disagree with sense. Don't disagree just because I say it. I ain't talking that at all. Talking about Trinidad. Where half the country mad. Mama yo. We jamming still. I see a man write PNM till a dead partner. What to tell you? Take that. As you. Some people just, you can't reason with some people. You can't save some people from themselves. We learned that in nursery rhymes from small. Some people, you have to leave them behind. The truth of the matter is the country is in a bad way only because of the political parties. The PNM and the UNC have ganged up on the people of Trinidad and Tobago and have done them wickedness for years. We have had 55 years of abuse, of rape, of mismanagement, of corruption. We've made some people so fabulously wealthy, they can't spend the money they've stolen in 10 lifetimes. Erica Williams didn't look back at this country. She didn't care to take a call from who? Trinidad? The number you reach is not in service. The truth of the matter is, this is how it is. Johnny O family living well. Johnny O family living well in Canada. Hello, good night, you're live.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, you're live.
Yes, good evening. I'd just like to give a little 2 cents of my view on this movement of the party. I just want to tell everyone that I really believe in your passion and your drive, and I listen to you often, so I listen to see if there's any deviation from what you say yesterday as per today, and I think that you're consistent, and I believe in this party until you prove otherwise. I think you are, you and your team, together with all the support that you'll get in Trinidad, will be a good answer for every problem that we have in this country that you think.
I want to thank you for saying it exactly as you said it. You see how you said it there? That's how every Trinidadian is supposed to speak about every political party. I will give you my support until you prove otherwise. Brilliantly said.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot for your contribution.
All right, good evening.
And that's the truth. That's the truth. When they show you their true colors, believe them. Believe them. Hear me? When they show you, obsessed with race. Black man, Chinese, white man, Indian, racing the pet race. Hey! Mama yo! Welcome to Trinidad. PepTrinbago@gmail.com is the email address. Pep app, P-E-P-A-P-P, available on all the app stores free of charge. Thanks to Maya Khan and Cindy Premchan, who built the app from scratch. We have a massive team that builds our website. I couldn't begin to name them all tonight, but you can come and get all of the information on any random Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. To the people who are encouraging me to sing, don't do that to the rest of Trinidad. No, that's not good. That is not good at all. That's abuse. But going forward from here, all I can say to you is this. We who are standing for you, with you. Where we go from here, and I said that earlier today, we could win and the country get better. We could lose and the country get worse. We would know that we tried. And that's what we're here doing. We are trying. That's the truth. This is us making our best effort to rescue our country as civic-minded, TNT-loving people. Many of us could have quietly gone already. All of this effort spent in another country could have been reaping massive rewards already. I know what I bring to the table. I know who I am and what I have. And I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago this tonight. This commitment is for one thing only, for a better Trinidad and Tobago. Those who think that it's easy to start a political party and mount this kind of a challenge, watch how political parties come and go. David Abdullah doing it 20 years now, and he's still, you know, when you're trying to start a lawnmower and you're pulling that cord, David Abdullah and the two partners still pulling that cord. ILP, after Jack gone, collapse. COP, they got 5 days and a 10 days, and after that, collapse. Look at the rest of the little alphabets. Look at them. Look at them. Every week I hear names. Lee Singh, Mariano Brown, this one, that one, meeting in Trotters, calling, I hear all kind of 1% party coming. They still can't put feet on the ground. Boots on the ground is the hardest thing. Fellas like Stafford, looking for people like me. Every time you jump out, 100 people come in and ask, hey, come and join up with we. You know why? This is not easy to do. If you think for a second that we putting out all this effort to thief money, trust me, it would have been easier to go in the UNC like Vassant, go in the PNM like Faris. It's easy to appear out of nowhere, jump into the thing and make yourself at home. You're sure to get an end. PEP@gmail.com. Send an email tonight with your name, constituency, phone number and email address and say, I would like to join. This Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue, you need to be there. Tomorrow evening at this time, 8 o'clock, there is a pep show called Frontline. So that replaces me tomorrow. If I do a show, it will be at 9 o'clock tomorrow night following Frontline. Yes? To everybody who took the time to tune in and share with us tonight, thank you all very, very much. I hope out of this conversation, every one of the thousands of people, because we get 100,000 views a week and a month on these videos, if every one of those people could take the time to just educate other people. We have this thing called policies at a glance, and you could share it. That should be viral. That should be the national conversation. How to fix healthcare, how to fix education, how to fix the banks, how to fix the economy, how to fix national security. That's what we should be talking about. Let everybody hear. What we want is change that we could really use. Tired of the talk. If you tired of the talk, I'm tired of the talk too. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. Saturday noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Yes. Until I see you again, stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.